How to pay off a property tax lien. So how to pay off a property tax lien. In this video, I'm going to show you how to pay off a tax lien on a property, but more importantly, how to profit from it. Okay, there is a whole world out there where people have become multi-millionaires, okay, paying off property taxes. You're not preying off the ill wills of other people. You're actually helping out. I'm going to show you how you can help the county, how you can help the property owner, and help yourself at the same time. This is a triple win all the way around. I don't care how you look at it. Okay, this is really cool. Not only am I going to walk you through that whole process, but at the very end, I'm going to show you how you can level your family's finances up by 4 simple steps. You follow those steps and you'll be on your way to financial independence within 60 to 90 days. So stick around for that. So how to pay off a property tax lien? Well, there's a simple way. You can just go in there and pay it off. Or you can do it a more intelligent way, is make money on it. So how do you make money on paying off property taxes? It's very simple. Every single year, over 400,000 properties, $400 billion in property taxes go unpaid. Yeah, that's huge. You're like, oh my gosh, there's a crisis with the counties. Well, that's maybe how the news agencies would say it, but it's not true, okay? Counties collect about 99.5% of all property taxes due to them. It's this 0.5% that puts us in the driver's seat. So what happens is the county goes, well, it's not like the county sits there and says, we need the money. We, the people, as the people that live in the county, say, hey, we have to have a mechanism that if somebody doesn't pay their property taxes, we have to figure out what we're going to do about this. Because they're using all the services of the county. Education, 55 to 65% goes. Then you've got police, fire, ambulance, parks and rec, community as a whole, stop signs, stop lights, all of that stuff that the county takes care of. Most of it comes from property taxes. What we've done, over 300 years ago is putting these systems in place saying, look, if you don't pay your property taxes, no big deal. We're not going to do anything, but we need that money. So after you've been delinquent 1 year, we're going to offer it up to the public. Nothing's going to happen to the property owner. What we're doing by you and I going down to the county and actually paying the delinquent taxes, we're buying the property owner what? That's right, time. Okay, because think about this. You can be late on your property taxes for 4 years minimum before anything's going to happen. So what happens is this: once you've been late 1 year, some counties, not all of them, some counties will go, I think we're going to go ahead and sell this. So the state law says that they can sell the debt. So the county says, okay, we're going to have a tax lien sale. I come in there and say, I want the lien on that property. Okay, it's going to cost you, I don't know, let's say $3,000. Okay, so they're going to give me a certificate that say I own the lien, and when the property owner comes in to pay off that $3,000, they're also going to be assessed a penalty or an interest rate. Let's say 18%. So write this down. Anywhere from 16 to 25% is the norm. Some as high as 36%, some as high as 50%, and some are even higher than that. I don't want to get to that. So what they say is this: I give the county $3,000, they have the certificate. Nothing's happened to the property. The property owner, I don't own the property, I don't take the property, I just have the piece of paper that says I have the property, a tax lien certificate. So what happens is when the property owner comes down to the county, see, it's kind of like a speeding ticket. You can't just say I'm going to make payments on it. You got to pay all or nothing. They say, hey, we need $3,000 plus 18% per annum. Okay, they say, okay, so I'm going to pay it off. So they give me the $3,000, they give it to the county, that's my workhorse. They're going to do all the work for me. So they get the county, they don't even know there's a tax lien on the property. They give the money to the county sees, oh, Saen Higgins is a lien holder record, and they send me a check for my $3,000 plus 18%. I'm happy. I want you to be really clear on this, okay? I send the government money, and they send it back to me with more than I gave them. Doesn't matter what happens in the stock market, bond market, foreign market. It's kind of like a bank. See, when I put my money in the bank in a CD, I don't know what they're paying right now, 3-4%, doesn't matter. You're locked in for 1 year. Doesn't matter what happens to the economy. That's what people would buy a CD for. I'm locked in for that 1 year. Okay, I get that 4%. Well, this works the same way. The only difference is I'm locked in at 16%. I'm locked in at 18%. I'm locked in at 25%, and nothing can or will affect my yield or my principal. Okay, I can go golfing, do whatever. I don't need to watch the stock market, arrows going up and down. I don't need to flip this house, crazy stuff. All I got to do is put my money on there. Okay, when the property owner comes in and pays, I'm good to go. Now, I know what some of you are thinking right now. You're going, but what if they don't pay? Okay, very good question. Okay, write this down. This is called a redemption period. Okay, redemption period or grace period, if you will. So what the counties do is they're obligated by the state law that says, okay, if they're late, you can sell the debt to somebody else, the lien on the property, but we're going to give them 2 years, 1 year, 3 years to pay that off. Let's just use 2 years for this example. So let's say that I buy this lien and the property owner has 2 years to come in. If they don't come in within that 2 years to satisfy the delinquent taxes plus 18% a year, the county says, okay, you can do whatever you want now. So I go, I'm going to foreclose on the property. So now I start sending notification out to everybody that's got a financial interest in this property saying, look, if somebody doesn't pay the 18% or the $3,000 plus the 18%, within the next 60 days, I get the property. Banks, IRA, everybody gets notified. Okay. I'm waiting around. I don't know if I'm whistling, but I'm doing that. Okay. And then if nobody comes in, guess what I get in the mail from the county? That's right, the deed to the property. I will own it free and clear at that point. All liens and encumbrances are wiped out. Now, would you call that a good real estate deal? Yeah, in this situation, we use a $300,000 property that I bought a $3,000. Yeah, that's a great deal. But let's get real for a minute. What's the likelihood of somebody losing a $300,000 property for just a few years in back taxes? Not very likely. Okay, more than like some way, somehow, somebody's going to figure out a way to come in and pay that out. Who cares? I get 18% of my money, but make no mistake about it, there is no gray area in the law. If somebody doesn't come in and pay that $3,000 plus the 18% within the prescribed amount of time, you and I will end up with that property free and clear of all liens and encumbrances, and we'll own it free and clear. Okay, that's the gold mine on this. So that's the security, okay, is the underlying property. The upside is you get the property or the interest rate on it. Now let's talk about the bank. Everybody's going, oh, you keep thinking about the bank. See, I've taught more people face to face, eyeball to eyeball, how to invest in tax liens and tax deeds than anybody on the planet. Okay, when I teach young people about this and I tell them that the mortgage is eliminated through a tax lien foreclosure, they don't even ask you, oh, okay. Then I got my adults are going, how do you eliminate the mortgage? When you think about this, okay, banks don't care about these. They don't care about tax liens. They don't get all their, because they understand in order for me to foreclose on that property due to delinquent property taxes, I would have to notify them. So let's put yourself in the position of the bank, your bank of whoever, and I notify you and say, hey, I get this property in 60 days. The first thing the bank's probably going to do is call the property owner. Say, hey, what's going on? I'm on vacation. I'm out of town. I don't have the money. What do you think the bank's going to do to protect their mortgage on this? That's right. So they have to come down and pay the taxes on the property plus the interest rate. Do I care where the money comes from? No. Okay, last time I went to the grocery store, they didn't ask me where I got my money. You know what I'm saying? All they're saying is, this is what I want. They get the money from the bank. The bank sees, or excuse me, the county gets the money from the bank, excuse me. The county sees that I'm the lien holder of record, and they send me my $3,000 plus the 18%. But again, I'm going to go back to the ambiguity. There is none. There is no gray area. There's no wiggle room. At the end of that foreclosure period, if whomever had a lien on that property does not respond by paying off the taxes plus the interest rate, I will get that property free and clear with all liens and encumbrances. Now that's the overview of how it works. Okay, what you need to know is what counties offer these, when they offer these, what the interest rate is. Here's another thing I haven't even talked about. What happens if the lien doesn't sell at the sale? Can I go in there and just buy it at any time? Yes, this is called AP buying. All of these things are designed for the county to relieve their debt on that and for you and I to make money on it. The property owner wins because you buy them time. You win because you get the high interest. The county runs their operations, schools and bridges and fire department. If you want to level up, and you want me to show you step by step through the whole process. I'm talking like where to find the liens, how to get the money on there, all of those things. You can do these for as little as $25, making 18%, up to tens of thousands of dollars. Get a hold of my brand new course. It's free to you. I'm giving it to you. Okay, higginsmethod.com. Just click the link down below or in the description or wherever it's at. Okay, and in that, I got a lot more time. I can show you where they are, how they work. I can go through examples, everything you need to level your family up, and you can start buying liens immediately. So click on that link down below, and we'll see you on the other side. This is Saen Higgins saying God bless and good luck.